All right, so for this installment of the JSM Features blog, we're going to be touching on the knowledge base. And what the knowledge base is within a Jira Service Management project is it's going to be kind of your central repository for any knowledge or articles that your team might write. These articles can be published on the customer portal to kind of help your customers self-serve as much as possible. Maybe we include information on quick fixes, commonly asked questions, things along those lines that might come up that you don't necessarily need your customers to open up a ticket for, but we want to get those issues resolved. So we might include that information in some of these articles. One neat thing that Atlassian does for its customers is knowledge base is typically a Confluence, linked product, but within JSM, you can actually create and manage your knowledge base for each service project without needing licensing on the Confluence end. So that's a useful tool to help you save some money there. So yeah, let's take a look at what the knowledge base actually looks like from a configuration standpoint. We're going to have a number of different articles that we've created here in this IT Support Desk service project. We can create additional articles by clicking this button right up here. And we can also categorize each of these articles into different categories that will show up on the customer portal. And we can look at different views or how many views have been logged against each of these articles and when these articles have last been updated. Looking at the knowledge base settings, let's click into that really quickly. We can see a little bit further on how some of this information is configured. So we can see any linked spaces. Spaces are going to be another central repository within Confluence for your articles. And so we can link that space here to our service project. And we can control article suggestions up here. And so this is going to be as a customer is filling out a request form that we have configured in our JSM customer portal. We can, as they're filling out that request form, we can include suggestions to certain articles based off of the information that they're typing in there. So let's say if they're typing in something on a VPN, we might suggest articles based off of what they've typed in on that topic. So for example, if they're filling out this request form, typing things out about a VPN, we'll see articles labeled with that VPN label suggested as they're typing that out. And so that's kind of a last ditch effort to help the customer self-serve. So looking at our help center, let's take a look at how this configuration actually plays out on the customer end. So for example, let's say we just need some help on setting up Zoom. So we'll type in our help center under the Find Help and Services, we'll type in Zoom here, and we'll see a number of different articles pop up with that keyword Zoom associated, as well as any requests or request forms that apply to that search. From here, let's click into our Service Desk project, and we see those three categories that we have that we had configured in our initial knowledge base settings. We see those three categories. We can click into these categories and see any featured articles that are associated with that category and additional articles under that category as well. Let's say that we're just not seeing what we need in each of these categories or in the articles, so we'll need to raise a request. And let's just fill out our common Get IT Help form request. And let's take a look at what actually happens with that machine learning powered search. So as we're typing in, let's say we're having an issue with our VPN, we can see those suggested articles pop up with each of those VPN labels, and we can click onto those articles and see if these articles are something that could actually help me solve my problem without having to open up a ticket. And that is pretty much everything I wanted to cover on the knowledge base. I know that was a lot, but hopefully that was helpful.